Hello there, everybody, and welcome to a live stream, which I haven't done for quite a while on this channel. It's been almost a year, I think, so I'm dreadfully sorry about that. But I've been wanting to do a live stream with one of the guests that I've got on today. Well, the only guest that I've got on today, and his name is Sam. Some of you may know him. He's been on a few live streams with Scott the Movie Critic and Pete and everyone, and he's just a really great guy to talk to about movies and listen to about movies. Well, I say talk to. This is the first time I'm actually speaking to him on a video, but I've spoke to him on Instagram and stuff like that, and he's always good to listen to on the live stream. So let's just bring him in now. So we've got Sam here.
Hello.
Hello, Sam.
Hi, Jordan. Thank you so much for having me on tonight, mate.
No worries, mate. I'm glad you're here. And I think there might be a little bit of an audio delay there with your lips. Just say hello again there.
Is there? Hello?
Oh, okay. I think we're okay. Sorry. It wasn't my phone, but it seems okay now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you today, mate, anyway?
I'm not too bad, mate. I had a good time away at my parents. Just come back today and that, and just hoping, fingers crossed, this internet's gonna be smooth sailing tonight. We'll see how we go. But yeah, mate, I've had a pretty solid day so far. Still tapping into like my horror binge that I do every October, because October's my favorite time to watch horror movies. And yeah, all that jazz, really. Jordan, what about yourself?
Yeah, I'm all good, mate. Thanks. Just it's hard work having two kids at the minute, but I'm fine. I'm fine. Yeah, I'm just doing that myself, watching a few horror movies this month. But that does always think is good to bring up the live stream of what you've actually been watching. So I'll just start with that. Like, is there anything you've been watching that you want to talk about?
Yeah, sure, Jordan. So you are gonna absolutely love this. So in terms of like horror movies, I watched Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2 and 3 for the first time, and you're gonna be so happy to please you. Sorry, you're gonna be so. Sorry, mate, I mixed up my words there. Beg your pardon. You're gonna be so pleased to hear this. I was meant to say that I thought Part 2 was a decent, solid sequel, but I definitely thought Part 3 was the better movie, and just sort of like only sort of like a close second to the original, should I say. So I really enjoyed Part 3, because I know you're a big fan of Elm Street Part 3, and I can understand why I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a fear when you recommend movies and someone comes back and says they don't like it, but I'm glad you liked it, mate. I just think that one's got like the best characters, if you like. I like them all, like the way they're all different and the personalities and stuff, and the creative kills go with their personalities, like the girl who wants to be a TV star and he throws her through the TV screen and stuff like that. But,
yeah, and you've got a great cast in there as well. You've got like Patricia Arquette. Sorry if I'm butchering that name. And then you've got a young Lawrence Fishburne in there as well. Yeah. So, and obviously you've got Nancy returning, reprising her. The actress, don't know the actress's name, mate. Apologies. You've got what was that? Sorry, mate.
Heather Langenkamp, her name is.
Yeah, her reprising her role as Nancy, and yeah, she probably did a better job in this than the first film, I felt. So it was great to see her return it like to that role and sort of give and sort of like all these you know, like obviously like these young people sort of like look up to her, and they have an understanding of what she's been through with like Freddy Krueger. So it was a fantastic sequel, mate. I'll definitely be that to me is going to be one of the films I'm going to keep coming back to every October. So really enjoyed that. And just literally before I hopped on the stream, Jordan, I've been rewatching that.
Fright Night, classic.
what a class film. I am dying to watch Fright Night 2, by the way.
Yeah. I've heard it's quite good, Fright Night 2, isn't it? It's kind of a forgotten sequel, but I've heard a lot of people say it's actually quite good, and you should actually watch it after the first one. It's like a double bill sort of thing, but I've never seen it.
It's a bit of a crying shame, though, mate, that it hasn't got the light of day of on Blu-ray or even DVD over here, because I believe the DVD was only like, like sort of I think it's right, it region lock. Is it region locked or region? What was it? Region A. Region
Region
A.
A.
Yeah, that was it. So yeah, it'd be fantastic if someone like Arrow, or someone could pick up on that and give that sequel the treatment it deserves. So I'd
Yeah.
love to catch a Fright Night 2 at some point. And what else? Crikey. I rewatched The Howling yesterday. Have you seen it, Jordan?
I've never seen it, mate. I've never seen it. I've heard it's good though.
You would love that. It's a very cool, like little werewolf film that I would recommend it. Apparently, The Howling 2 is absolutely pants.
I've heard. So bad, yeah.
Nige absolutely hates that film, but I think a lot of other people do. Yeah, I think a bit like with The Exorcist, because I haven't seen The Exorcist 2, Jordan, I'm probably just going to skip right to the third one. I'm probably going to do the same with The Howling as well.
Mate, I promise you, you do not need to watch The Exorcist 2. Like, it's not even one of them films where you could watch it and have fun with it because of how bad it is. You'll just be bored to tears. It is the worst movie I've ever seen. Yeah, it's definitely... Number 3 feels like more of a sequel to the first one, and it just forgets the second one, and rightly so. So,
Yeah.
Was it your first time watching The Exorcist? It wasn't, was it? Was that someone else?
The first time I watched The Exorcist was 3 years ago, but I haven't been back to it since, Jordan. But the good news is, on the flip side of that, a week today, they're actually showing it again at Tyneside Cinema for its 50th anniversary restoration screening. So, yeah, I definitely want to try and catch that on the big screen. And hopefully, like yourself, Jordan, I will prefer it on rewatch, because I think for me, that movie just got way overhyped before I went and watched it. And I liked it, but it's definitely not one of my favourite horror movies. But I definitely hope on a rewatch that I will like it a lot more, definitely.
Yeah, I watched it a few weeks ago just because the new one was coming out, and I was never really massive on it. I thought it was a good horror movie, but this time I did actually see the fuss. I do think the third act does go a little bit goofy and stuff, but it's the build up what I love. That's the scary bit for me, all the build up and stuff. So yeah, I think it is one of the best horror movies ever made. Now, not one I rewatch constantly, but I think I give it a 9 out of 10 on my horror channel. And yeah, so it was great to revisit that. And when you see it through more adult eyes and you see all the bits of writing come together and stuff, and characters that don't really seem to matter too much, they all knit together. I can see why people think it's a masterpiece, put it that way.
And I tell you what, with like the 4K as well, Jordan, John has really sold me on that with eventually picking up the 4K, because he's really is selling me, like the 4K edition that's just recently come out. So yeah, he's selling it to me. So I definitely would like to pick that up at some point. Yeah, because he did a really good review of it recently, and so I think that's pretty much it. Is there any more, like, in terms of horror that's worth noting? Crikey. I did watch, Jordan, that film that John recommended to me, that Scary Tales on the 101 label.
I seen you put it on Facebook. Yeah, was it bad?
It's so bad, but you can't help but have such a ball with it.
Yeah, I know John likes a good bad movie, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, he did a really good video with that Embracing Bad Movies video, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah,
and he couldn't have picked a better timing to do that video, because I'm about to, in a couple of days, me and my friend Jay, we're gonna go to a couple of pubs, and we're gonna go to his house, and and obviously we're probably going to be sloshed watching a Batman versus Batman and Robin in 4K.
Yeah, I watched James Movie Bug stream last week. I remember you saying that, but yeah, that is a film you can have a lot of fun with, man. Especially with a few drinks down, yeah. Especially for Arnie's quotes, they're just amazing. But
yeah, I must admit, Jordan, I cannot wait to revisit that one again on Wednesday. And I think it was a good plan, a good idea to have a few drinks first, and then you get more enjoyment out of it. But yeah, that film, back to this film though, Jordan, Scary Tales. Obviously, don't expect anything fantastic or that. Just it is incredibly low budget, you know, and it was filmed and edited on VHS.
Yeah.
But obviously, it is like an anthology film with 3 stories, and all of them are entertaining. Like, I think the second one was probably my favorite, but I did like the third one, which was called Level 21, I think. So it's worth giving a go, and it's 70-minute long as well.
Yeah, there's a few 101 films on that little side label they've got, isn't there? And I think John's talked about a lot of them. I think one was called Tourist Trap or something, and they're really bad films, aren't they? But like very low budget in that little label they've got there. But yeah, but I was wondering, have you seen the new Exorcist? Oh, are you going to rewatch the other ones first, or you're not going to see the new one, or?
Jordan, I'm about to make a terrible joke here. I'm not a believer in the new Exorcist film.
Neither am I, after seeing.
Ryan has just been to watch it today, mate, and he said what a lot of people said. He said it was shocking.
Yeah, it was. I was going to give it a chance, man, but it was a disappointment for me, sadly.
Yeah.
It
happens.
I've been getting into the horror mood myself. I bring up me Letterboxd here, but I was just gonna say, what did I watch? I watched Night of the Creeps because Andy recommended it.
Oh, I do want to check that out. Yeah,
it was quite fun. It's got that 80s vibe all over it. I went to see Saw X as well. I heard you're not really planning on watching that one though. Is that right?
Now, Jordan, I will give the first film a go at least, because I do like to give a lot of movies a chance, especially when people kindly recommended them to me. But yeah, there's just certain torture that I'm really not good with, mate, and apparently it absolutely ramps up to another level, those films. But I know that is such a beloved franchise, and I do want to give the first film a go at least, because you've got a pretty solid cast. I think Danny Glover's in the first film as well.
Yeah. The first one is one of the greatest horror films ever, in my opinion. The second one is really, really good. And I must admit now, after that, it's not really one of my favourite franchises. I think it's a very cash-grabby franchise, but I was very surprised with this new one. It's probably the third best. So it's nice to see a bit of a return to form, really. I was very surprised with it. The Exorcist was a disappointment, so X was a surprise. So that was the better out of the two anyway.
Oh, that's cool, man. Have you got the, what is it, Jordan? Have you got the film series on Blu-ray?
I've got them all on Blu-ray, apart from, obviously, the new one at the cinema. I've got a couple on 4K as well, like Spiral and Jigsaw. I've got them on 4K as well. What was I going to say? Go on, sorry, Sam.
Sorry, mate. I was just going to quickly chuck this in as well. Did you find the film Jigsaw puzzling?
Yes, just a little bit. Got caught in a terrible trap with some of them. No, we're going to have to stop these jokes, aren't we? I made a worse one than you there. There's a film on tomorrow, and I can't really go and see it because my wife's going to see the Bake Off. She goes to her mum's every Tuesday to watch the British Bake Off. But it's Return of the Living Dead. And it's a film I've never seen. But have you seen that? I was wondering if you'd seen it.
Do you know what, Jordan? I am not that clued up on the Dead movies. I haven't seen a single one of them. And oh, yes, that does include Dawn of the Dead, which is absolutely shocking. I've never seen that film. And
that is shocking, Sam, but it's not related to them. It's its own.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah. It's like one of them 80s fun zombie movies. I think but it's not related to them, even though it's got a similar name. But yeah, mate, you
Oh,
definitely do need to watch Dawn of the Dead.
yeah, mate. Sorry, I mean, obviously,
It's
I've
okay.
never seen any of the Dead trilogy from George Romero, but I haven't seen any of the Living Dead movies either, mate. No, I do need to check them out. And City of the Living Dead's meant to be really good. Is that the one on Arrow, Jordan?
Yeah, I know I've got that out. Yeah, I wasn't
Yeah.
that big of a fan on that one, to be honest, but it's a watchable movie. Um, yeah, but Return of the Living Dead, it's one of them that it's out of print now, so it's like goes for like 30, 40 pounds in
Mhm.
CEX, and I thought, oh, I'd love to go and see that at the cinema because I've heard it's really good, but I just can't do it tomorrow. It's on the worst day possible. So, but there we go. Should we get into a few comments, Sam? There's a few comments here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I will just quickly say, Jordan, I am going to the cinema tomorrow. I'm going for a double bill, and I'm going to see that new Ken Loach film, The Old Oak, which I really want to
Oh
check
yeah, I've
out.
heard of it.
Filmed in the Northeast as well, so yeah, that's definitely sold it to me. And then the other one is one of my favorite films of all time, and I have you to thank for recommending this to me, Jordan. And I think a lot of people have to thank you for recommending it to them as well. And that is a Dead Man's Shoes. I'm seeing at Tyneside tomorrow.
Great stuff, mate. I wish that was on by me. It's just not. But great
I'm
stuff,
going.
yeah.
I'm going with Mike, as in Mike. Did you see that? And it's his first time viewing of that film as well. So very excited
Brilliant.
for that.
When you said you're going to see it, Mike, I was just about to say, is that his first time? Cool. It'll be good to get his reaction after you've both watched it, won't it?
Yeah, he's really
Yeah.
looking forward to it. We both did go and see 2001: Space Odyssey, end of August. I think Mike respected the film more than he enjoyed it, and I can get that, mate. To be honest,
Yeah.
it is an acquired taste. It's 2001, but it's definitely grown on me on like each subsequent viewing, should I say?
Yeah, I'm the same as Mike there, to be honest, Sam. I wasn't really big on it, but I do respect the filmmaking and stuff. Like
Yeah,
that
I get
moment, I
that.
think it's in the middle of the film where it's just like a big light show. That's amazing. But yeah, I do want to rewatch that film. I've been meaning to for a very long time. I've got a Letterboxd watch list
Yeah,
with movies I need to rewatch, and that's on there. So
yeah. It's a fantastic movie, mate. I mean, yeah, because I think I first watched it like it was about 7 years ago, and then I picked up the premium edition of it years later, and I've seen it on the big screen twice, and I have got the 4K, but I haven't watched it in 4K yet. So, gonna try and rewatch that one and first time in 4K before the year is up, definitely.
nice. If I was going to check it out again, I think I'd be picking the 4K up as well just to watch that. Talking of 4Ks and stuff, Sam, have you got anything? We will get into the comments in a second, everyone. Just gotta let them build up a little bit because I haven't put much content on this channel for a while now, so I'm not expecting the most amount of people in the guests, but we've got a few in.
It'll still be a cracking stream, mate.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I mean, we've got plenty to talk about anyway, mate, if we run out of comments. But have you got anything on pre-order for 4K Blu-ray?
It is funny you asked that, Jordan, because literally today I got the 4K Criterion of After Hours from Martin Scorsese. I just watched it today, and oh my god, that was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. I had a gut feeling. Jordan, you get that, don't you? Like, these movies you've wanted to check out for so long, and deep down that it is going to live up to the hype. That was definitely one of them for me. I absolutely loved that film. Have you seen it, Jordan?
No, I've seen a lot of people talking about it, and I only heard of it a few months ago when people were talking about it, which is strange for me because I really do like Martin Scorsese, and I never because I think it's known to be one of his more underappreciated films, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
And I've seen people picking it up today, and I thought I better ask Sam about that because I know he was after it. And I looked on Letterboxd; it's got a very, very high rating, so it must be a good film. And glad to hear that you like it, mate, because I know you've been wanting to check it out for a while.
It's absolutely fantastic, Jordan, and I'm so glad to see that film. Well, getting some love in the film community, but also it first time today, as of today, first time for both Blu-ray and 4K here in the UK. Because, like, obviously going back to like earlier in the year, it was a DVD only, and the DVD was quite pricey, to be fair. So it's really, I was really hoping we were going to finally get the 4K criterion of that over here in the UK, and we thankfully did. So yeah, fantastic film, mate. And actually, Jordan, I won't even talk about anything about the plot. It's one of those films. It's the best to go in completely blind as possible as well.
Yeah, I read the little summary on Letterboxd. That's
Okay.
it. I think it's like he goes out with a girl or something, has the bad night or something like that. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's all I need to know. I'll go in blind. I might try and pick it up actually because I've heard just too many people say how good it is. But yeah, anything else from the other mate? Go on.
I was
Sorry.
just gonna. Sorry, mate. I was just going to quickly say, like the cast is really good as well. You've got Griffin Dunn, Catherine O'Hara, and John Hurd in there as well. And honestly, I wish that movie went on a bit longer there because I had such a ball with it. It's like an hour and 35, but I was hoping it was going to be like an extra 25 minutes because I was just having such an amazing time with that film. So yeah, I'll have my Letterboxd review of that up later on, definitely. And
great stuff.
Yeah, in terms of 4K as well, the only one I've got on pre-order is a bit of a delayed release. It's that, again, like after hours of first time watch, it's going to be for me Breaking the Waves by Lars von Trier. I think it's got Emily Watson in it. And it's a film I've been wanting to check out for so long now. I'm very hot and cold with Lars von Trier as a director, but that is a film I definitely want to check out, though. I think it's actually coming out next Monday, so I'm very excited to check that one out. And I don't think I've got anything else on pre-order at the minute, mate. I am waiting for because I got this in the post today, Jordan. That Blood Diner, and it was in the £2 for £15 range. Yeah. But I also ordered the film with Charlie Sheen called The Wraith. So I am currently waiting for that, but I really want to check this out. I think I discovered this film through Leon Talks Film as well. So yeah, very excited to check that one out.
So is that your fault that I couldn't get hold of that? Because I went to order that and it says back in stock soon, so I couldn't get hold of it.
You know what?
It's on HMV, isn't
it? Yeah. You know what, Jordan? I ordered that like last Wednesday, and I honestly didn't think I was going to get it for a couple of weeks at least. So it was kind of just luck that one came sooner than it did. But The Wraith, I am currently waiting for, definitely.
Yeah, it was Friday. I looked. That was the first time I seen the 2 for 15, and it was sold out, unfortunately. And so was The Wraith. So they are two I wanted to pick up because I've heard great things about The Wraith as well. So,
is it sold out, Jordan?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, I couldn't get hold of it. Yeah, but well.
A while for that to come through then.
Sorry if I keep looking down there, Sam. It's just I'm just keeping my eye on the comments in case you get trolls or whatever.
Yeah, and it's obviously absolutely fantastic to finally meet you on camera and finally chat to you, mate. Thank you so much for inviting me on your channel tonight, definitely.
No worries, man. I'm glad to have you here. I've wanted to do this for a while. Just because I've had a newborn in the house, I haven't really been able to do any. Like, I have to cancel my horror ones as well. I was doing them weekly or every 2 weeks, and I haven't really been able to go on any live streams, but he's sort of settling down a bit now, so I can get back into the groove of things. So hopefully it's all smooth sailing now. But when the newborn, man, they need your constant attention. So,
yeah. And of course, Jordan, you've brought them up well, because I can imagine, obviously, they'll be both going to Goodison in the non-distant future.
Yeah, hopefully. Well, I think it'll be more Bramley Moor Dock when they're up and they're able to go. But
Of course, because it's our final season at Goodison. Of course it is. Yeah, well, the new stadium, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, well, I want to try and take my young lad to Goodison at least once, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know if he's old enough yet.
I don't think I'm going to get back, mate, to be honest. And to be honest, Jordan, whilst it was a fantastic win over the weekend, I don't want to risk it either, because my last time at Goodison was January 2020, and we beat Brighton 1-0. It was Richarlison who scored. And then if that's the last time at Goodison, which it most likely will be, I can at least say that it ended on a good memory there. So it'll most likely be the new stadium when it'll be my next Everton match for sure.
Well, when you come down, we'll have to meet up and have a pint before and stuff.
Definitely, mate. That'll be fantastic.
Okay. Yeah, should we just get into a couple of comments then, Sam? See what everyone's saying, yeah?
Definitely.
Okay, we've got Tom 180. Evening, lads. Tom. Have a good stream. All right, Tom. Thanks a lot, mate, for coming along. Been speaking to Tom quite a bit this week on Instagram and stuff. Cool guy.
That's cool. Yeah.
And we've got James from Movie Mug. Hello, James. Hope you're okay, mate.
Hello, James.
Hey guys, hope you're both doing well. What do you guys think of the Psycho sequels? Just finishing the fourth one now. Surprisingly, I really enjoyed 2 and 3. You picked that box set up, haven't you, Sam?
I did. Yeah. And it's a fantastic franchise. I mean, this might be I don't know if unpopular opinion's the term, Jordan, because there are a couple of people that put the second one over the first one, but I am definitely one of the people that does, as much as I love the original, and of course I love the original, I actually do prefer Psycho 2. Like, funny enough, and Psycho 3 and 4 were first time watches for me, and you know what, mate, they absolutely surprised me. I absolutely loved them. Even Psycho 4, which is the black sheep of the franchise, I had such a fun time with that film. You know, it was a great prequel film, that is. I really don't think that film deserves a lot of the hate it's getting, because it is a really solid prequel there.
I know Nige loves that one, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. And I do as well, yeah.
I'm so happy I picked that box set up. I think it might be my nicest piece of physical media that I own now. But I've only seen Psycho 2 and the first one. I haven't checked 3 or 4 out yet, but I'm dying to just sit there and watch all 4 of them. I haven't even got to check out the 4K disc or anything yet. I'm just so busy at the minute. And by the time I go to watch anything, it's like 8:30 at night. So I just get the film and go to bed. But I'm hoping to get to watch them soon. But Psycho 1 for me is my second favorite horror movie of all time. But when I say second favorite,
awesome.
I mean second overall best. You know what I mean? Like, I just have it in second place there. Yeah, and Psycho 2, whilst I don't personally think it's better than the first, it's one of the greatest horror sequels ever made, and I would give it a very, very high rating. I was so surprised when I watched that film how good it was.
Me too, man. Because I only watched it for the first time. Like, literally, I watched Psycho 2 for the first time 2 years ago. See what I did there, Jordan?
No, sorry. Did I miss that?
Because Psycho 2, yeah. 2 years ago.
Got you now, Sam. Sorry, I was a bit slow there, mate.
Oh, no worries, mate. It wasn't a great joke anyway. But yeah, it was a couple of years ago when I first watched that, and I was just so surprised how much I enjoyed it. And I don't think technically it is the better movie. I, of course, think the first one on a technical level is the better movie, but the second one is the one that I have the most fun with. And and I just love the build up and the slow burn that film has got going for it. And yeah, when you get to that final act, it's pretty mesmerizing stuff.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because he's just this horrible killer and stuff, but then you sort of feel sorry for him a little bit, like, because people are messing with him and his head and stuff, and you don't quite know if he's imaginary, and you kind of feel sympathise with him a little bit, which is strange. But I think that's good writing, the way they wrote it all out and stuff. So
yeah, the the one thing I will say as well, Jordan, I kind of wished they sort of maybe did a little bit more with, like, obviously Norman Bates, obviously because he came out obviously of prison 20 years later, and obviously 'cause, yeah, he got released from prison 20 years after the original, and I kind of wish they maybe did a bit more with, like, maybe his work life at the diner. You know, I would have liked it if they maybe did a bit more
Mm,
work with that.
mm,
But I did love his chemistry with I forget the character's name, mate, but the main girl in it, she did a fantastic job in
mm.
it. I wasn't keen on her mother though. I thought her mother was quite irritating, to
Yeah,
be honest.
bit of a pain in the ass, wasn't she?
Yeah, really thought she was just one of those over top characters that you would get from a lot of horror movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm really excited to check 3 and 4 out now.
Yeah.
That box set was a must for me because you could only get Psycho 1 and 2 here in the UK, couldn't you, until now? So I'm glad to own them 2 on 4K and then get 3 and 4, which I've never seen. I just had to. And for £55, that was a bargain, I thought. So,
It was because, like, obviously, I don't know, it would be like £13 per 4K disc,
mm.
and then for an extra maybe £3, you get that beefy booklet as well. So, absolutely fantastic deal for like a brand new set, definitely.
The amount of physical media we're getting now is insane. Like, I don't think we've ever had it this good, to be honest.
Yeah, and it's really good stuff, Jordan, because unfortunately, a lot of these new releases just seem to get recycled over here when it comes to getting a Blu-ray or 4K release,
Yeah.
like the likes of Everything Everywhere or The Whale or Coda, you know, with the Menu. All these absolutely brilliant movies just never got a shot at having at least a Blu-ray copy alone over here, and a couple of them movies I mentioned there were Best Picture winners, so
Yeah.
the mind boggles, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To be
Well,
honest.
it's strange, really, because we're getting so many great sets, so many boutique labels and stuff, and like, but then there are movies like that which are like, where is it? How can everything, everywhere, all at once still not have a UK release date?
Exactly, and yet Clifford the Big Red Dog gets a Blu-ray release. I just don't know.
Yeah, yeah, that's it, mate. And A24 seem to bring all these Blu-ray films out and then bring them out on 4K like 2 years later, so they get your money. So
Yeah. And Jordan, I know your film of the year is Beau is Afraid, for sure.
oh man, that was hard to get through. The first hour though, right, was really good, and I thought this is going to be my film of the year. This, and then it just went straight downhill. But I hope you
Yeah.
enjoyed part 4, James, like you enjoyed 2
Yeah.
and 3. So
Oh, definitely.
we've got Tom here. What's your top 5 films of this decade so far? What a great question that is. For me, it's Top
Wow.
Gun Maverick, John Wick 4, Quiet Place 2, The Batman, and Coda. Ooh, I'd have to look at my Letterboxd here in a minute, but I'll have a few answers. I think RRR is definitely in there, 100%. I think that'd be
Yeah.
my number 1 of the decade so far. So we're talking year 2000 and onwards, really, aren't we?
So
Sorry,
like
year 2020, sorry.
2020 onwards, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Jordan, because Parasite got a UK release over here in 2020, so that's definitely I'm definitely going to count that.
Yeah.
The Batman, absolutely the Batman as well. Another Round with Mads Mikkelsen.
I haven't
Drive
seen
My
that one.
Car. That's really good, man. It's from the same director, Thomas Vinterberg, who directed The Hunt.
Oh, yeah,
Just
yeah, with Mads
another,
Mikkelsen in as well.
yeah, and
Yeah.
that's also a brilliant movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, Parasite, The Batman, Another Round, Drive My Car, which is phenomenal on the movie label.
I'm dying to see that one. Isn't it
That's
just two
really
characters
good.
driving in a car and it's just dialogue? But
Yeah, it is like a sort of like a, you could say like sort of like a stage play director, but also used to be an actor as well. And obviously, it's not really a spoiler, this Jordan. He just obviously, I tell you what, I'm not gonna
Okay.
say anything, to be
Yeah.
honest, because I think that didn't come in till a bit later in the movie. I mean, it does say the hypnosis, sorry, but I think you know what, I'm just gonna leave that bit sealed, to be honest, because
Okay.
I never want to spoil movies for people, absolutely not.
Okay.
But yeah, there's Drive My Car, which yeah, it's like a really just beautiful melodic drama. Really, it has got a sprawling length time to it of 2 hours and 45 minutes. But honestly, mate, it flies by. It is such an incredible movie, and you're just so invested with this main protagonist who's just been through so much,
Mhm.
and then yeah, and obviously you really want him to get back on track with his life and stuff. So very it's a quite a powerful movie, and yeah, I just love the cinematography and the locations that they picked for there, because it's a Japanese film as well. I think it's 7.99 on HMV.
Was that it now? Yeah.
I think so, on the movie label.
I might have to pick that up.
Yeah, it's one of those, Jordan, you might like, but as I say, because it is a slow burn, this film, but it's kind of, it's very character driven, like, like the Banshees of Inisherin, which is
Yeah.
is mainly a character driven
Yeah.
plot, to be honest. But you are so invested with the characters in this film, and yeah, beautiful movie. And then the other one I probably would go for, trying to think of another film.
It's
Do you
hard
know,
when you're
mate?
on
I think
camera, isn't it, mate? When you're live, your mind goes blank.
I'm trying to think. Crikey. Um, I've only got one more to name it as well, Jordan. That's pretty impressive. um, Come on, Sam.
Not Top Gun Maverick.
That's brilliant. But
You can do it, man.
thank you, Jordan. Thanks for rooting for me.
No, I know it is hard when you're live. You'll think of about 10 when you go off camera in a minute.
Well, I'll go for the I'll go for my favourite film of last year, then Everything Everywhere All at Once. There we go.
Yeah, nice, nice. Very impressive to pick 5 off the top of your head there, mate. I'm looking at my list and everything here, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna go with RRR for my top movie of the decade. Like, I was blown away by that film. It was just everything I felt like Hollywood have wanted to do for
Yeah,
years. I'll probably put the Batman in there as well, because that was my second favorite movie of last year.
it was
I'm gonna
lovely to
put.
see that. Sorry, Jordan. I was going to
Oh,
just
go
say
on.
it was lovely to see that filmed in Liverpool as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. I'm gonna go with The Gentleman as well, if that counts. I think it's technically
Yeah,
2019, but it did come out on New Year's Day here on
yeah.
2020.
Because James Moviebug had it as his
Yeah,
favourite film of 2020. Great movie that. I did really enjoy that.
yeah, yeah. I done a top 10 that year myself, and I had it at number 1 as well. I remember James putting it number 1. I'm also gonna go with Nobody, because I
That's a
thought that
great
movie was
film.
incredible.
I love that film, mate.
Is that 3? Is that 4 now? Is it
You said Nobody, RRR,
the Batman
the Batman. So two more.
and the Gentleman? That's 4, isn't it?
Gentlemen, sorry, so four.
Yeah.
And then just one more.
I loved Infinity Pool is my number 1 this year, but I'm gonna go with Zack Snyder's Justice League just because
Oh, cool.
I remember having no desire to watch that movie at all. I hadn't seen the other one, and everyone was talking about this Zack Snyder's Justice
Yeah.
League. And I just started my channel and stuff, and I thought I'll give this a watch,
Well,
and I was absolutely blown away by it.
Jordan, you said you haven't seen the other one. Keep it that way.
I plan to, mate. I plan to. I've
I
heard it's
still
not
need
very
to
good
watch.
at all.
I still need to watch Zack Snyder's Justice League. Honestly, mate, I picked it up 2.5 years ago on Blu-ray, new and sealed, and I still haven't opened it.
Have you watched it yet?
No.
Oh, mate, it's amazing. You've got to watch it, man.
Yeah.
It's a
I
brilliant
definitely,
film.
yeah, I definitely want to check it out for sure. And Jamie Batman Smith will be so proud of you, mate. That you've picked one of his
Yeah,
favorite films ever, right there as one of your top 5 picks.
yeah. 2 Batman films in there, sort of. But
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, great question, Tom. Oh, right. Okay, I've seen this comment before, and I'm kind of dreading it now because I'm gonna have to defend the movie. But Alex, hello, Alex says,
Oh, hello,
I just
Alex.
I just watched Totally Killer on Prime. Should have been renamed Totally Cringe. 4 stars, Jordan. Plus, it was just a rip-off of Back to the Future meets Halloween, which they mentioned a lot. Yeah,
I
but
think
I think it's very self-aware that it's Back to the Future meets Halloween because it does actually say this is what it is. So it's hard to say it's a rip-off when it's kind of saying that it is that. I suppose, yeah, it is a rip-off, but it knows it's a rip-off, put it that way. Have you seen this film, Sam?
I've only heard about it from like the last couple of days, but yeah, I definitely would be up for giving that film a go, mate. You know, I'm all for people's recommendations, of course, but
Yeah.
yeah, I know that film has been getting its detractors as well. But the
Yeah.
thing is, Jordan, there is no right or wrong when it comes to liking a movie that might build up a bit of a bad reputation there from like a critical reception perspective. You know, it is great to have you know, the sort of, pardon me, mate. It's great to have
Right.
like those sort of movies that you like to defend and say that it's not as bad as people make it out to be.
Mm.
Like for me, Jordan, a good example of that is Batman Forever. Whilst I don't think it's a particularly good movie, I am a defender of it. I've got a massive soft spot for that film. Even though I don't think it's particularly good, I still have fun with it.
Yeah.
It just happens, doesn't it, bud?
Yeah, fair enough, mate. I mean, that's what I mean. We've all got films that we like and we don't like. But Batman Forever, I don't. The only thing that I really grated on me and took me out, the score. It's just so overplayed. It's
Oh,
like on every scene.
I didn't get that personally, bud. I thought it was fine, but I do understand, Jordan, why people don't really like that movie particularly. But as I say, for what it is, I just think it's a fun popcorn flick, nothing fantastic or
Yeah.
anything to write home about. But I just took it for what it is, knowing it was going to be a cheesy, campy, fun time and like a homage to the 60s Batman as well. So,
Yeah.
and I wanted to revisit that one for James JT at the movies as well, because I know he's a massive fan of that film.
Yeah, it's definitely got its fans. Batman Forever. I see a lot of
Yeah.
love for that movie. Val Kilmer's quite a good Batman as well, I thought. But
Yeah, I thought he was solid, and I didn't mind Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. That might be a bit of an unpopular opinion there. I thought he was fine, but the most fun and enjoyable in that film for me was definitely Jim Carrey as the Riddler.
Yeah.
Really not a fan of Chris O'Donnell as Robin. No.
Jim Carrey was at the prime of his career there, wasn't he? So
Yeah.
But what I will say, Alex, me and my wife just watched this Totally Killer, and I kind of knew what I was getting into, and I just had a lot of fun with it.
Yeah, that's good, mate.
It's a silly movie. It's a horror comedy, but it worked for me, and I like Back to the Future as a slasher movie. Sign me up. That's my type of film. So, I thought it was fun.
Jordan, as I say, now here's a question for you. Did you put it above John Wick in your film ranking?
No, it's not above John Wick for me, no. It's about 16th or something. John Wick's in my top 10, I think.
Yeah, I just thought because I know that you put and of course, Jordan, I do respect your opinion on this one.
I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say Fast X, aren't you?
Yeah, I respect your opinion, of course, mate. But I think a couple of other people on Twitter was like, "Oh, really?" But as I say, even though the Fast and Furious films are not my cup of tea, mate, I'm pleased you enjoy them. But I was quite surprised to see you put it that high, was all. But power to you, mate, of course.
Well, what it is, right? Thing is, Sam, I don't think I give John Wick 4 a very fair rating because I was in work all week that week. We were knackered and it was a late showing and I was dropping off with the last hour. Like I was fighting sleep all the way through it. So I am really planning to rewatch this before the year ends. I tried to get it in the 2 for 25 the other week and it was out of what you call it? It was sold out. Just couldn't get it. But I'm gonna watch it before the year ends. But with Fast X, me and my wife we watched them all that month and we were just having such a great time with them. And I was hyped to go and see Fast X. I know they're not very good films, but we had a great time with it. And I'd only be lying to myself if I put John Wick 4 above it. I know it's probably technically a better film, but I'd be lying to myself if I said I enjoyed John Wick 4 more than Fast X. And I know that's a very unpopular opinion, but I can't put it above it just for the sake of it. So I'll always tell the truth.
Hey, mate, all the more power to you, bud. I mean, it's, and that does happen, doesn't it, mate? That is the beauty of film, Jordan. We're all going to have different opinions at the end of the day. And, whilst you might think John Wick 4 is a really good film, you might have had a better time with this other film. So it does happen, mate. And I will say to you, Jordan, definitely go back and rewatch John Wick 4. It is fantastic. It is the best in the film series for me. And currently, Jordan, might be a bit of a bold statement here, but I have got it as my number one of the year so far. That's how much I've loved it. I've watched it twice already this year.
Oh no, fair enough, mate. I see. I could tell it was a great film. It was, but like especially the overhead shot where they're doing all the gunfighting and stuff. That was amazing to watch. When the camera sort of pans overhead and he's walking through like a video game, isn't he, sort of thing. But I'm definitely going to rewatch it, mate. 100%.
Definitely,
because I love the other three. I absolutely love the other three.
Yeah, definitely. He's just. But the thing is, I love Keanu Reeves. That is just the perfect role for him. He's just such a badass of a character. He's definitely been, in fact, not only the best sort of like protagonist in a action films in recent years, but that to me has been my favorite action film franchise in recent years as well. There we go. Alongside Mission Impossible as well, definitely.
Yeah, I think they're the two staple for the action genre in the last 10 years or something. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, we've got Diogri Yadav. Hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, my friend. Hi, how are you guys? Love from Bharat, India. Thank you so much, mate.
Oh, hello.
For popping in. Cheers. Are you guys from Australia? I've had that a few times, but no, I'm not. I'm from the Great Britain, the UK.
Liverpudlian. And for me, I'm from West Yorkshire originally, but I'm based in the northeast now.
Yeah, so unfortunately, we're not from Australia, mate, but the weather would be a lot better than here. The view with Drew. Hey, everyone, what's up?
Hello.
Thanks so much for coming along, Drew. Hope you're okay, mate. Who is your top 5 classic musicians? My top 5 are first, Freddie Mercury, second, Elton John, third, Johnny Cash, fourth, James Brown, fifth, Elvis Presley. Now, I know you're into your music, Sam, aren't you? Have you got an answer for this?
Oh, yeah. Well, I am really into my music. And just to quickly touch on that as well, I'm hoping me and beg your pardon, mate. Hopefully next month, Jordan, me and Johnny are going to be finally doing our music discussion live stream next month. I'm very excited for me and Johnny to do that. Yeah. So that'll be really cool. Because me and Johnny have got a lot of the same bands and artists in common. So that'll be really cool.
Yeah, good stuff, mate. Yeah, I'll have to tune into them.
Mate, sorry. So, top 5, I'll go with David Bowie. I think I'll go with Neil Young. If we're talking like classic musicians, so Bob Dylan definitely. I think I would go with Oh, Joni Mitchell and Bruce Springsteen. There we go. I've got my top 5.
Nice. That's a great top 5, to be fair. um, you know what, man? I'm going to be terrible at this because I am not great with music. I do listen to music and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm more like listening to podcasts and stuff these days.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll probably go with Freddie Mercury because when Bohemian Rhapsody come out, I ended up listening to a lot of Queen, and I absolutely fell in love with them. So I'll probably go with him. Johnny Cash, he's got some great songs. Probably go with him. I do like James Brown, to be honest. He's got a lot of great songs, James Brown, like The Boss and Living in America and stuff like that. I'll probably have to put him in there. Like, I'm not going to name my favourite band because you know where they are, don't you? Obviously, the level is, but they're not classic musicians, are they? So,
hey, Charlton, what a beautiful day. Hey, what a beautiful day.
Go on, mate, yeah.
Hey, your turn now. Are you going to sing?
You're going to put me on the spot now, aren't you? No, I don't plan on doing it, to be honest. I haven't got a good voice, mate, to be honest.
Well, I was going to say, forgive me for asking.
It's all right, mate. I'm just going to type in greatest musicians now. I've got 3 there. 1 second.
I was only bantering there, Jordan, by the way.
Oh, no, mate, I know. Oh, God, I don't know. Can we have? Are we allowed to have like rappers and stuff?
So I think we could also say like sort of well acclaimed artists. So not just going back to 60s and 70s, Jordan, like really popular, well revered artists. So
I'd have to put Tupac in there, I think.
Good shout. Yeah.
I can't think of a 4th one, man. I'm really sorry, Drew. But I do like a bit of Elvis at times, so yeah, we'll go with Elvis. I think
Elvis Costello.
No,
Elvis Costello.
Presley.
Yeah. I must admit, Jordan, I do really admire Elvis Presley, but I would probably say, and again, I'm probably on an island with this opinion, but I'm probably one of the few people that does prefer Elvis Costello.
Fair enough, man.
Which is awesome. Yeah. And we will forgive him for supporting Liverpool, of course.
Is he the one who sings in Austin Powers? They're on the bus, aren't they, going on a night out in town?
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. I love that song.
He did the big hits, was like pump it up, pump it up, and he's watching the detectives. That's another big hit.
Right, I can't even think of that one, mate. To be honest, I'm not great with music. I used to listen to music all the time. In the last few years, I don't know. I watch films and listen to podcasts now, so I really should try and get back into it a little bit. Like even in work, sometimes I have my headphones in when I'm just in the room on my own, and all I do is listen to Scott's live streams on the replay. I listen to Pete's live streams on the replay, and then I listen to like top 20 movie things, videos and stuff. That's the stuff I kind of listen to. So the odd time I will put music on though.
That's cool.
Okay, so Tom 180 watched It Follows again last night. Enjoyed it more this time. The score is fantastic. Mika Monroe is great too. This and The Guest in the same year.
Oh, that's a great film. I love The Guest.
I still haven't seen it. I know there's a big second sight edition out, isn't there?
Yeah, I would highly recommend that, Jordan. I think you would love that film.
I've heard good things about it. What do you think of It Follows, Sam? Have you seen that one?
I've not seen it, mate. I know that is a pretty popular recent horror movie because it did come out. Obviously, was it 2014? I think it was. But yeah, I do definitely want to give that a go at some point. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get the big fancy second sight edition of it, but definitely would like to give that one a go.
It's a great film, mate. It's if you're looking for I know you've got your October list already out, haven't you? But if you are looking for a horror movie, it is a good one. It's one of the best of the last 20 years, definitely. And Mika Monroe, is a fantastic actress. There's a film that came out last year called Watcher. I definitely recommend it. She's great in that.
I've heard that was great. Yeah, I think Jamie Powell really likes that one as well.
Yeah, I went to cinema on my own to watch that, and sometimes I like going on my own and just escaping, and there's just hardly anyone in there, and it was quite creepy as well at times. But I was just like, I loved it. I loved the experience because the cinema was like 2 other people in there, and it was like a very atmospheric film. So, is Sada Uda movie in your movie list now? The Ojiri, I hope I'm saying that correctly, my friend. He's been asking me about this film a few times, and I looked it up, and it's got a very, very high rating.
Oh, wow.
I think it's a Bollywood movie, but I have not seen it.
I don't think I've even heard of it, Jordan.
Yeah. This guy is desperate for me to give it a go, so I'll try and get it in my... It'll probably be November, mate, because I'm just doing a lot of horror movies this month. So hopefully in November I'll try and get to it. I think it's on Amazon Prime, but I'm not certain. I'm sure that's where I'm seeing it though. Hi guys, just pre-ordered The Fugitive in 4K. Can't wait for that one. Have you seen The Fugitive, Sam? I've never seen this.
Yeah. Oh, great film, mate. With Harrison Ford and I think Tommy Lee Jones is the villain in it. It's a cracking little movie that I haven't seen it for such a long time, Jordan. The last time I watched it was probably 2009. Kind of like when the first time I watched like Blade Runner as well. So I'll definitely will be picking that one up. It's a great movie. I think I even had it on VHS. So definitely way overdue a rewatch for me, that one.
Oh, so I'll have to try and check it out. It's sometimes good, that, isn't it? Because you hear social media and people on YouTube recommending films from years ago, and then you finally pick them up, and it's just nice, isn't it? It's a nice feeling when you pick an old movie up and you really enjoy it. So, yeah, I might try and pick that one up at some point. I love 90s thrillers and stuff like that. So
yeah, Jordan, sorry to interrupt you, mate. Because we were talking about 4Ks earlier, were you thinking about getting the 4K for The Wicker Man?
No, I'm not, mate. No, I'm not a massive fan of that film, to be honest. I've only seen it once.
Yeah, I understand that.
I've only seen it the once, but I just couldn't connect with it at all. Me and my wife watched it, and we was like, I didn't see the hype. But maybe on rewatch that might change. Why are you picking that up, Sam?
I'm not going to get the big beefy edition of it for £60 because, I just can't adjust to that sort of money for just one movie alone. But I will get the standard 4K edition of it for sure, definitely. I went to the cinema to watch it, and it was my first time viewing of this. It was at Tyneside Cinema back in June, and it was a sold-out screening, Jordan. And they had a 50... So it was 7 o'clock, and then the trailers came on, so that was like till 7:25, and then they had about, I think it was a 50-minute Q&A panel that was recorded in London like the month prior, so that was quite cool. 50. So it was, and it was really interesting, like obviously I actually had no idea that sort of recording of that panel was going to take place before the movie, but it was to sort of like it was a real good celebration of that film because it turned 50 this year. And on first time viewing, Jordan, I really liked it. It's not one of my favorite horror films, but I did really like it for what it was. It was kind of one of the founding fathers of the folk lore genre as well, definitely.
Yeah. I remember like in the last 15 minutes, I thought it was an awesome climax, what it all led to and stuff. I definitely need to give it a go, mate. But I really loved Midsummer, and I thought that was a very similar film, but I thought I enjoyed that way more.
I'm sure Ari Aster would have definitely hands down taken massive inspiration from that film, definitely.
Well, if I do get the box set, it's only because my dad's just entered the competition for me to win it. So if you see it on my channel, I won it.
That'd be awesome. got good original soundtrack to it, to be fair. I do like the folk music that's featured in that.
Yeah, yeah. It's been a long time since I watched it, to be honest. It's been like 10 years now. So, thank you, Stevio71 for putting that comment in, mate. Alex Pitt says, Alex, After Hours is Scorsese's most underrated film. Yeah.
Good man,
So good.
Alex, because he's seen it. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check this out, definitely.
Yeah.
It's 1 a.m. in India now. I need to go, and good luck. Thank you so much, my friend. I'll try and get that movie Sardar Udon watched. Hi, Minahol, is it?
Yeah, he's regular in the in the live chat and Scott and Pete streams and Mike's as well. Hello, mate. Good to see you again.
Thanks for coming on, mate. Hi, Movie Worm and Sam. Hope you're both well. I'm a massive fan of your channel, Movie Worm, and I have been watching your videos and content for about 3 or 4 years now, and I support your channel. Thank you so much, mate. Really, really appreciate it. I'm really sorry, everyone. I haven't put too much content out lately. I'm just a bit confused where to go with this channel at the minute. I don't know. I'm still definitely going to be doing a lot more. I'm thinking about just making it a lot more physical media focused, but I'm going to have to make that decision soon.
I will say, Jordan, beg your pardon, mate. I was going to say I will definitely catch up on your, what was it, your September diary? What you've been watching video, and a couple of your other videos, like your Exorcist free review as well. I definitely would check that out. And you're doing fantastically with both Movie Worm and Movie Squirm, mate. Definitely proud of you, buddy. Well done.
Thanks so much, Sam. I mean, it wouldn't be anything without guys like you supporting me, mate. So thank you so much.
Oh,
really appreciate it. It's always nice to get nice comments.
Yeah, I've been a long time follower of your channel, mate, for coming up to 3 years now, and yeah, it's just always a joy to watch your videos and hearing you talk about all these movies that you love and that, mate. It's just it's a joy to see, definitely.
Oh, thanks so much, Sam. At least I'm pleasing a few people. That's all that matters. Thank you so much. What's your top 3 films released pre-1970?
Wow.
Good question. Very good question.
Oh my God. Oh wow. Great question, by the way, Tom. I didn't want to sound rude there. Sorry. It's just a really good question.
Tom's knocking it out the park with the questions tonight.
He's doing fantastically. Right. So. Oh, do you want to go first, Jordan? Sorry.
I'm going to have to say Psycho. I'm just going to get my Letterboxd top thing going up, but I'm definitely going to put Psycho in there. It's a Wonderful Life. It's going to have to be in there.
That's great, yeah.
And I think I'm going to have to go with The Wizard of Oz. I think.
Oh, what a choice. Love that film.
My top movies. Yeah, I think I might go with them 3.
I would say, on top of my head, Jordan, crikey. Such a great question. It's just like where to start.
Well, Tom's picked 12 Angry Men. That would be 4th. I'd probably put that in there if I could pick 4 as well, because that's amazing.
I love that film. It was one of the first few Criterions I picked up as well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, film.
And did you name all 5, Jordan? As the one more?
He's only after 3, but I picked.
Oh, sorry. The 3 that come to mind, I'm going to just go with these on top of my head. I'm going to go with the original Nosferatu from 1922. I'm going to go with the original Scrooge with Alistair Sim. Absolutely love that film. One of my favourite films of all time. And I'm probably going to go with the original. Crikey. I'm going to go with the original Planet of the Apes from 1968. It's a toss-up between that or 2001 because they came out the same year, so definitely those.
I've only seen one of them, and that was Nosferatu. I haven't seen the original Planet of the Apes, I don't think. I've seen bits of it on TV years ago, but I don't think I've actually ever sat there and watched the full film.
Oh, Jordan, you definitely need to watch it, my friend. It is absolutely amazing. To be fair, Jordan, I'm kind of similar to you because I only watched it for the first time back in January. And since then, I've watched it. I think I've watched it about 3 or 4 times now in total. I absolutely love it. It just gets better with each viewing for me, that film. And Charlton Heston and Roddy McDowall just make
Mm.
that movie into gold, in my opinion. Just absolutely phenomenal stuff. And not to obviously spoil the ending, even though it's quite an iconic ending, but that is an absolutely mesmerizing conclusion and one of the greatest film conclusions I've ever seen, to be honest. And Nosferatu is, it probably is my favorite vampire film, although I think this might be my second favorite. I've got to give a shout out to Fright Night there.
Yeah.
As my second favorite vampire movie, of course, because that came out in 1985. But yeah, and the soundtrack, the score is just amazing. I've got the double red vinyl of it over there, and it sounds glorious.
It's part of the film. The soundtrack, it tells the story a little bit sometimes, doesn't it? Because it's a silent movie and stuff.
It is like the definition of a masterclass silent horror film. There, definitely. For me, Jordan, one of the greatest films of all time. I've got the Eureka edition, and I used to have the BFI DVD of that. So I would like to get the BFI Blu-ray, to be honest, to compare the two. And what was the other one I mentioned? Was Planet of the Apes, Nosferatu. What was the other one I just mentioned? Scrooge from
Scrooge, that was it,
1951.
yeah. Another one I haven't seen. I think the earliest one I've seen was the Albert Finney one. I think that's the earliest one I've seen.
Was that from 1970? I think that might have been.
Yeah, it was around then, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't actually seen that, but yeah, the one from 1951 is like a Christmas Eve staple of mine, Jordan. I just watch that like every Christmas Eve alongside, going off a little bit off topic here, mate, but alongside like the likes of League of Gentlemen and Peep Show Christmas specials and all that. It's definitely a Christmas Eve staple for me, that movie.
Oh man, sorry, I know you mentioned the League of Gentlemen there. I love that Christmas special. It's good.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you, Jordan. Is that your favourite episode of all time? It is for me.
League of Gentlemen episode?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the Papa Lazarou one when he comes to town. I love that episode. That was the first time I ever watched League of Gentlemen. And I rewatched it constantly on VHS when I recorded it. So it's between them two, I'd say. The Christmas one is more clever, though, I think.
Oh, I love it, man. It's definitely become a Christmas Eve staple for me, that special.
That's how you do. That's a real Christmas horror story, that, isn't it?
Yeah. I love I think my favourite one would have to be, Jordan, it's the one set in 1970s Germany, that story.
Is that where the bus driver who's like doing it, and he's like kidnapping the young kids?
Yeah, I think so.
He's like is he like a
vampire?
A tour guide.
He's a vampire, isn't he? In the second
he's like
story.
A tour guide, isn't he, at the start? And he's taking all the kids on a school trip.
Yeah,
and he's a vampire.
And it's and the third one is the third story in that episode is just hilarious. Do you remember Jordan with the puppet show?
The first two are standing out to me. The third one is just not really. It's a bit foggy there. But I haven't watched it for a while.
It's the vet that performs that experiment, and then there's the guy that does like the puppet show, which is just hysterical.
Yeah, I remember now. I like the first one. No, the first one's really dark, isn't it? Where they've got like the The
Oh, what
whole
was it?
thing going on.
Is it Charlie? Is that the guy's name? And Stella.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it says, I don't know anymore, Julie, or
yeah,
I can't hear you, Julie.
yeah. He's cheating on his wife, isn't he?
Constantly
Yeah,
arguing,
yeah,
and then he's got the sort of rodeo dance contest. That's
yeah.
it.
That's
That's
it.
the
And
first story.
he's really
Yeah.
happy, really happy that he's found like a little hobby there.
Oh my God, mate! I cannot wait to watch that again.
Yeah, it's class the League of Gentlemen, man. What's
Yeah.
your most anticipated movie of 2024? Great question.
For me, Jordan, off the bat, I would probably go with, well, because Planet of the Apes has become one of my favorite film franchises. I might have to go with Kingdom of the Planet of the
Yeah,
Apes, but I am really looking forward to Maxine. And if it is next year, the Nosferatu remake from Robert Eggers,
yeah.
if that is coming out next year, that would definitely take the mantle for that.
Good choices, mate. Um, what was the first one you said there? The second one, sorry,
Um,
Maxine.
it
Maxine,
was
yeah.
Maxine, yeah.
I think that's got to be up there for me. But I
Oh,
do
me
think
too.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes could be the big, gigantic, amazing blockbuster, couldn't it? I mean, all three of them remake sort of movies are fantastic. So
Yeah,
that's going to
I
be a great
probably.
film.
Oh, I can't wait, mate, because I've loved him. Well, I did like X Jordan, but I definitely much preferred Pearl. I had a better time with Pearl, like it, as like a prequel. But X is still a solid film. Although it's one of those, I've got a feeling I am gonna prefer on rewatch, to be
Yeah.
honest. But Pearl really just took me by surprise, mate. I absolutely loved it when I saw it at the cinema. I'm hoping that's going to get a 4K release. I can imagine that will look breathtaking in 4K. It's just got that really beautiful technical sort of montage going for it.
Yeah, it's like done in the old-fashioned movie style Disney sort of thing, isn't it? With the font on the start of the movie and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I slightly preferred X, I must admit, but I did like both of them. I just think Mia Goth's fantastic.
Yeah.
Um,
And did
there's
she had sorry, Jordan,
go on,
here's
go on,
another terrible joke I'm gonna chuck in there.
go on.
If she had her own sitcom, it would be called My Name is Pearl.
That's the best one you've told this night tonight, mate. I like that one.
Have you had a good time?
That was a good one, that mate. I like that one.
Me cracking up with all these jokes.
I think it's coming out next year, but I'd have to put Terrifier 3 in there.
Yeah. You know, Jordan, I feel I am really missing out on those movies. I haven't seen the first two, but I know them two movies are getting a lot of love in the film community. I feel like this is kind of like, I don't know, this could be the modern day sort of like sort of the likes of Jason and Freddy, and then
Yeah.
you've got Ghostface. This is like kind of that modern day sort of like horror villain, should we say?
Like a horror slasher villain.
That's could be well beloved, yeah, because it is a slasher movie, isn't it? Terrifier.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I must admit though, Sam, if you think Saw is violent, mate, I think this is worse by far.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, there's just some moments. Each movie has got absolutely horrendously violent killing it.
Yeah.
And I don't know which one's worse, to be honest, because they're both so violent. But you mightn't like them, mate. I know James movie, but thinks they're terrible. So they're not for everyone, but I really just have fun with Art Declan. I think he's great.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. Is it got like loads of torture in it, Jordan?
I wouldn't say there's loads of torture in it. It's just him killing people. But there is one moment that is like there is torture scenes, but there's also a lot of kill scenes as well. If you get me, it's not like all of it's not like torture like Saw.
Kind of like what I said with Saw, mate, I might give the first film a go and see where it takes me, because you never know, I might end up having a bit of a different clean slate to that film. We'll see.
I think you can get the both of them now for like £15 or something, which isn't bad.
That's good.
Yeah.
750 a film, definitely.
Yeah. Min Hajol, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that correctly, my friend. I'm really sorry. You have an amazing video movie, and I support you and Sam. Will do your channel. Will do for your channel in the future.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
Is this because you're planning on maybe doing a channel, Sam? Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm talking about it for like next year, hopefully. I'm going to finally try and do it. I must admit, Jordan, I said this on Mike's stream on Saturday. I was a little bit shy to do a YouTube channel at first, but I feel like my confidence with it is always just boosted in the last few months. From, I mean, going back to like February, Jordan, I was shy to join one of the live chats on a live stream, and then I did finally join one of the live chats. I still put comments on videos prior to this, but then interacting with other people, and then was, amazing, of course. And then 6 weeks later, I got invited to Pete's stream on Wednesday, the 12th of April. And obviously Mike, Andy, and Scott, James JT in the movies was on there. And honestly, mate, it was kind of one of the best nights of the year for me. That was being on that live stream. And ever since then, I've been on multiple live streams and I've met YouTubers, which I didn't think that was going to happen so soon after being on a live stream, but it was incredible indeed. Obviously, I got to meet John. And by the way, Jordan, like yourself, John is like another inspiration for me to eventually start a YouTube channel. But meeting John multiple times, and then I met Paul Magpie Movies and Mike, did you see that? Ryan Swales and Ryan Let's Get Kicking Movies, and Nige, of course, Rock Gods. It's amazing to meet all these people. Honestly, going on a bit of an emotional level here, mate, as well as becoming an uncle, this has been my second ultimate highlight of the year, and being part of this film community. And like yourself, Jordan, you have made me feel very welcome and stuff, and you've played a great part into why I eventually want to start a YouTube channel. So thank you so much, mate, and I am so proud of where you've got to today as well.
Oh, no worries, mate. I'm really glad to hear that you're going to do it, because you know what, man? I'm not just saying this now. I love listening to you talk movies. I think you're really knowledgeable. Not that you have to be knowledgeable, you don't. But it's good to hear you know what you're talking about and stuff. But you can tell your passion there. You love talking movies, and I tell when I've been listening to Scott's streams and Pete's streams and work. I always like hearing your opinion, man. So definitely,
thank you.
No pressure, but I think you should definitely do it. Definitely do it. Make it like a new year thing, if you like, and just don't. You might look, if anyone ever bad comments, which I have hardly only ever let like 2 or 3, and I've been doing this for 3 years. I thought I was going to get way more than that. And I don't. Everyone is so nice. Like you said, the YouTube community is brilliant, and it is. But if you do get one of them people, just ignore them and block them and move on.
Yeah,
so you just got to be. There is 1 or 2 hot people out there, but 99% of the people on YouTube are amazing, mate. So
absolutely, there's more nice people in the world, Jordan, and it's obviously I've had challenges along the way, mate, and I haven't always had it easy in life, but I've still managed to rise above it and still get on with my life and get on with my day. And this film community is kept me going. And it's just been an absolute blessing and absolute joy. And the thing is, Jordan, before I joined the film community, I was still happy in myself, but this has made me that extra happier. I've absolutely loved it, man. And the thing is, you might get one or two of those people that aren't the nicest in the world that will comment on maybe certain videos, but you gotta just, as I say, you just gotta brush that aside and just, even if words can hurt, you can still obviously brush it aside, and you know, and obviously end of the day, Jordan, these certain individuals out there, if they are like negative, they're only behind a keyboard at end of the day, and what their job is, all their job is only to bring people down, and you know, and that is just that's just pretty pathetic, isn't it? So on the flip side of that, there is more nicer people in this film community, including yourself, Jordan, and you have come really far with this, your channel, mate, and your horror channel as well. Just you keep going, mate, because you know, you are going places, and it's fantastic to finally chat to you on camera as well. I've had a fantastic night, mate.
Yeah, so am I, mate. To be honest, I can't believe it's 1 hour 20 already. That's flu. But thanks so much, mate. Honestly, do you know what? I've found something out today as well. I always write my reviews out on my phone, and it takes me a very long time. But you know what? I've just found out today. I can just talk, and the words will come on the screen. So I can just put the mic on. Yeah, just put the mic on and talk my review, and it'll be on there for me. So that's going to save me a lot more time. I'm happy I've discovered that one. But yeah, thanks a lot, Sam. Really kind words.
No worries, man.
You deliver great reviews and pick up video hauls. Keep it up. I love your channel, Jordan. Thank you so much, mate.
He is so lovely, this guy, by the way, Jordan. He's very supportive towards like Pete and Scott and Mike as well.
Yeah, he seems it. I've seen him pop up a few times on the other streams. I will have a pickup video coming hopefully on the weekend, so look out for that. I've got a little stack upstairs, but I'm just going to add 1 or 2 more because there's an Arrow sale on at the minute and stuff, isn't there? So hopefully,
Jordan, sorry, mate, I was going to ask you about that. Now, I'm wanting to try and tap into a few more video nasties, and one of them is Don't Go in the House. Were you a fan of that one? I can't remember if you were or not.
I picked Don't Go Into the House. Yeah, I was getting mixed up by House by the Cemetery, but yeah, Don't Go Into the House. It is good. Yeah, it's awesome. Low budget and stuff, but I actually really liked it. Yeah, it was just a fun movie. Yeah.
Did you pick up the film Girls' Night Out as well?
I haven't picked that one up, mate. No, it looks interesting though from the cover. Is that the one like the bear
awesome.
on the front?
It's got that big teddy bear on it. I'm like, yes, I've got to pick this film up at some point.
Yeah, I picked up a load in the last Arrow sale, like the Mangler and stuff, and Light Force, but Two Witches. Nige recommended that one. It's just the covers pull you in with Arrow, don't they?
You know, I have to give props to Nige on this one as well, Jordan, and you might have Nige to thank for this one, because was he the one that recommended you The Last Matinee?
No, wasn't me. I haven't seen that film.
The Last Matinee. I think you did watch it, mate. It's,
sorry, I did. Yeah, sorry, the one with the cinema, the Spanish one. Yeah, I have seen it.
I thought it was really good. I've got Nige to thank for recommending me that one. He really got the words around about that film, didn't he?
Yeah. Some very creative kills. I like it when that guy goes outside for a smoke and he gets his neck sliced and the smoke just comes out of his. Yeah, it was a good one, that. But yeah, I could recommend loads of Arrow titles, mate. If you just message me on Instagram if you're thinking about any. But
I'm looking for sort of some more like video, like nasties sort of recommendations, Jordan. So, well, pardon me, mate. Sorry.
I'd have to look at the video nasty list to see which ones Arrow have got, because I know John and Nige love all them, don't they? But Arrow, I've got a few of the video nasties, haven't he? But Don't Go Into the House is one.
What's that? Sorry.
Don't Go Into the House is one.
Yeah, that's one, definitely. And then you've got is Zombie Flesh Eaters video nasty as well?
Yeah, I believe it might have been. Yeah, I'm 80% sure it was. I think. Yeah. Have you not seen that?
No.
Oh, that's a good one, mate. That's a really good one.
Yeah, And was there another one I wanted to check out, Jordan? Yes, there was. And again, it's kind of like one of your recommendations, this one, House 2, because you've said it's better than the original, so I'm so excited to check that out when I do.
Do you know what, Sam? It's a terrible movie, but it's so bad, it's good. Like, some of the decisions that they make in that film, I'm just like, how did they come up with this? But it's just so. Me and my wife loved it. We absolutely loved it, and I would prefer to watch that one over the first, even though I do like the first. So, but I just think it's a beautiful disaster. Put it that way.
Yeah, well, I'm sort of just warming up to watching Batman and Robin with a few bevies.
Well, if you've got time after it, watch that. But yeah, Batman and Robin, mate. I'm sure you'll have a good time with that.
Yeah.
Have you and Sam Jordan pre-ordered the Hellraiser Quartet of
No,
Torment Blu-ray or 4K box set? I've opted for the Arrow exclusive on the official site.
no, I haven't.
I've got the 3-film Blu-ray box set, and that's what kind of put me off. But when I got the Psycho box set, I was like, should I order this Quartet of Torment or not? Because it's got an extra film in there, Bloodline, hasn't it? I'm on
How
the
much
fence.
does
I'm
it?
still unsure what to do here.
How much does it go for, Jordan? Do you know?
It's £65, this one.
See, I haven't seen any of the Hellraiser films. I feel like I want to start with the first film on like just the standard Arrow edition, and then see where it takes me because I don't want to spend a ridiculous amount of money. I mean,
Yeah.
£65 isn't too bad to be fair, but I don't know, mate. I think because it was like different with me with Psycho because I already loved the first two films and I heard such good things about 3, not so much 4, but I did really enjoy 4. But I haven't seen a single one of these Hellraiser films, and I don't want to really pay £65 on a franchise that I know little about. So yeah, but I might pick up the standard Arrow edition, mate, and of the first film and see where that takes me.
Okay, well, to be honest, Sam, it's not as strong as Psycho 1 and 2, definitely. But I haven't seen Psycho 3 and 4. The first one's good. The first one is a really good movie. Very clever, very creative. But I used to think Hellraiser 2 was great. I watched it not long ago. I didn't really like it. I thought it was a bit of a mess. I actually preferred the third one a little bit because it's more of a slasher type movie. But it's not like I remember Bloodline not being great either, but I didn't watch that. I haven't watched that since the VHS days. So yeah, you're probably best just checking them out first before going for that. You're probably doing the right thing, mate.
Bit like Candyman, really, Jordan, because I've only seen the first Candyman film. I feel I would just happily just stick to the first
Yeah.
film on like Arrow, and I'm not really bothered about checking out the sequels, mate. I don't want to offend anyone there because I know there are some people that are a fan of the sequels to Candyman, but it's not a franchise I've ever been. It hasn't got that urgency for me to check out the sequels like other franchises has.
Well, the second one is like goes for so many jump scares, mate, and it's just not as clever as the first. I haven't seen the third. I do own it. I thought the remake was okay, so you're not really missing out that much, to be honest. So don't worry about that. The first one's the best. Will you be getting Insomniac Spider-Man 2 game for the PS5 on day release or anytime soon, or have you pre-ordered it? Are you a gamer, Sam?
Not really, mate. No, I mean, when I have played sort of like FIFA on Xbox, I've always had a great time. But honestly, Jordan, the last time I went near like a gaming console was probably 8 years ago. It's just fitting it all in between like movies and music and football because we're both big into football in one go. So in like one day, I was meant to say. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm obviously not going to be getting it, but I know a couple of people are getting it, so hopefully it'll be fun for them people, definitely.
Yeah, I totally get it. I mean, I think that's where I've sacrificed the music a little bit there because I'm into me video games, me movies, and me bloody football. So it is hard to get round to everything. There's so many books I want to read as well. So, but yeah, I have pre-ordered it, my friend. I can't wait, to be honest.
You
Um,
so many books you want to read. Is The Shining one of them, Jordan?
I know I got a few chapters into that, and I need to go back. And I've been watching the Pet
Oh, I
Cemetery
love it.
films lately, and
Yeah.
I've got the book upstairs for that as well, and I want to read that. Uh, but I think my battery on my laptop's gonna die, so it doesn't matter. I'm on my phone anyway. Anything else you guys have on pre-order? I have Loki and WandaVision and Hellraiser set.
Um,
Arrow set. I did have Marvel Spider-Man 2, but had to cancel it due to other priorities. Well, we sort of went over this at the start, didn't we, Sam,
yeah.
a little bit? Um,
I I honestly don't know what else is. I think the only other thing I can think of, Jordan, would be those Radiance Films titles. That's coming out, I think, 23rd of October, because I think they're like horror related. So I definitely would get them. I
what
need to
ones are
get
they
that
coming out? What are they?
23rd of October. I can't remember what their names are. I think one of the films is called The Messiah of Evil, but I think that limited edition box set is way out of stock now. But I can't remember what the other couple of us is called. I'd like to get just come out today. I'd like to get that new movie title called Medusa Deluxe. I think it is something.
I've heard of
Um,
that one.
because I am sort of trying to keep complete on the movie range, but um, no, I mean I will get Barbie some point, Jordan, but I'm not gonna watch it. I don't want to pick it up when I'm not gonna watch it right away. I'd rather just wait till that film comes in like a 2 for 30 sale when I know when I'm gonna rewatch it right away. Sorry, so I will get it at some point, but it's not one of the films I plan on rewatching before the year is up, because that feels more like a spring summery movie to me. That does Barbie.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very rare I'll buy movies when they first come out, to be honest. I've done it with Babylon because I missed it at the cinema, but I usually do wait for the 2 for 25.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have got the second sight edition of High Tension on pre-order, which they announced the other day. I watched that for the first time this year. It's a brutal movie. And I
Wow.
wanted it in Blu-ray, but it was out of print and it was going for like 20 quid. And I was like, I don't know if I can bite the bullet on this just for the Blu-ray. Maybe a 4K will come soon. And lo and behold, it has. I also ordered the special edition of Bull, which is already out. But I don't think they're going to send me it until they send me this, because it's got the same delivery payment. So
Okay.
I don't think that's coming until I get that, and they'll probably post them at the same time, which sucks a little bit. But what can you do? I mean, I'll just wait. And I've got Spider-Man 2 on pre-order. I've also got the RoboCop game on pre-order as well. I pre-ordered that as soon as I could, so can't wait for that. That's coming in November. I can't believe I own that Psycho set. I love it. It's got to be my favorite Arrow release. It's a beautiful, compact looking set. Have you guys
Yeah.
got it? What are your thoughts on it? Yeah, well, sorry, Minahol. We did speak about this before. I don't know if you were in the stream or not, but yeah, we have gone over this and we
Yeah.
both agree that it's one of the best sets we own, isn't it? So,
Yeah, love it. And obviously, Jordan, when you do get to those two movies, mate, I really hope you'll have a good time with um 3 and 4, mate, because they are really fun. Well, 3 is a really good sequel, but 4 is a very solid prequel, definitely.
I'm really looking forward to them, mate. Even the fourth one sounds interesting, where it's all like phone calls and stuff. I like the sound of that.
Yeah,
um,
and I will say as well, Jordan, the the young actress who plays the obviously Norman Bates's mother in the prequel, she does a fantastic job in it. Really great stuff. And then one of the radio DJs looked a lot like Anthony Hopkins. I can't lie.
all right, okay. I'll look out for their performance and look out if we can see Anthony Hopkins look alike in there. Have you seen Bates Motel, Sam?
I haven't, mate. You'll like this one, Jordan. I did had a debate about watching that one. See what I did there? I am churning them out tonight.
It's fine, mate. We need a bit of humour here. Don't worry about it. Sorry. Sorry about that, everyone.
You're right, mate. No, it's fine, mate. I heard you talk about this, Jordan, and I've still been meaning to watch it because is it Freddie Highmore that plays the young version of Norman Bates in that?
Yeah, he's great, to be honest. I'm Vera Farmiga plays his mother, but it's Psycho, the story, before it takes place, but in modern day. So his mum and stuff is still alive. He's still got a weird relationship with his mother, but it all takes place in the present. It's not in 1960s. So they've got mobile phones and stuff like that. So.
Wait, sorry. So is this... Hang on. So this is more of just like a modern version...
Yeah,
it's like a more because it's like more of a modern version, but is it the same? It can't be the same Norman Bates then, Jordan.
No, it's not.
I'm gonna say
it's the same story, but it's not related to it. It's not attached to that. I
was gonna say because that was a bit lost on me there, mate. Because obviously, Psychos obviously takes place in like I think it's the set 60s. Yeah. So that would have definitely been a bit lost on me if Freddie Highmore played Norman Bates in a modern setting. That would have been a bit lost on me, that one. So what's the character's name? Sorry, Jordan?
No, he is Norman Bates, but it's not the Norman Bates from the movies. It's a remake. It's a remake.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
In present day, if you get me.
Right, yeah. Okay, mate. That's what got lost in me a little bit, but that's cool that so they have remade it, but in a modern day setting. Right. Yeah. I can't believe it took me that long to get that.
It's probably the way I explained it, mate, to be honest.
No, mate, it's fine. It was my fault because I was a bit slurred there, but I definitely want to check it out. Is there like 4 or 5 seasons of it, Jordan?
There's 5 seasons, but 10 episodes in each one. But honestly, man, I got hooked on it. Me and my wife loved it. What I will say, there is one season where it just feels like it's fillered a little bit, but then season 5 jumps right back in and it's an amazing. So I think it could have been 4 seasons, but it's 5. But it's still overall a great show. One of the best shows I've ever seen, anyway.
And can you get it? It's quite accessible on Blu-ray, that one, isn't it, mate? Yeah, because I'd like to check.
You can get the box set for about £20, but I've bought the first 2 individually, so I feel like I've got to buy the other 3 individually now. But I haven't completed the set yet. So
yeah, I'll definitely check it out. And what is like any other well-known actors in there, Jordan, apart from Freddie Highmore?
Yeah, Vera Farmiga plays the mother. So when it starts, she's still alive. So it's like, it's doing the whole thing basically. There's a guy who plays his brother, Dylan, in it, and he is a fantastic actor. I don't think he was mentioned in the films, but he's great. I don't think there's many high-profile actors in it apart from them 2, though.
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet, man. I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out at some point. What I'll probably do is, Jordan, because I am planning on rewatching the original soon, because I've already seen the original, of course, but I haven't watched it in 4K yet. And then I might even at some point then go back to Psycho 4. I might even go back to, I tell you what, which way I need to do it, Jordan. I need to go back to Psycho 4, then watch the original, and then watch Bates Motel. I feel that would be good to do it in that sort of that way.
Because does Psycho 4 go back a little bit, doesn't it?
That's the prequel, and then you've got the original, and then go into obviously Bates Motel, or I could say Psycho 4, then Bates Motel, maybe. Yeah. That could be a good way of doing it.
I've just thought there is quite a high-profile actress in it. I forgot her name. Oh my god. She's like a bit of a love interest for Norman. I'll just get it up really quick. Is it Olivia something?
Sorry,
Emma Cook?
Jordan. Sorry, Jordan. 2 seconds. I'm just going to grab a charger.
Go on, mate.
Yeah, because I think my battery's about to die.
No worries, mate. Bates Motel cast. So I really need to know this girl's name now. Olivia Cook, her name is.
Oh, she's a great actress.
Yeah, she's in it. She's really good. Okay, so Tom says, what TV shows are you currently watching? I'm watching Brassic, which is one of my favourite shows. I'm waiting for more Cobra Kai. What about you, Sammy? Have you been watching any TV shows lately? I
Well,
know you've been
Jordan,
watching Boiling Point, haven't you?
yes, I was just going to ask you, have you watched that yet, Jordan?
No, but because you've recommended it and I love the film, and my uncle at the match you were sitting next to, he loved it. He was telling me about it Saturday. I'm definitely going to be checking this out. 100%.
It's incredible, mate. If you love the movie Jordan, which I know you do, you are going to absolutely love this series as well, mate. I probably would just put it on a par with the film, to be honest. That's how great it is. It doesn't. I mean, Stephen Graham is very much in it, but the main lead in it is definitely Vanessa Robinson, who plays Carly, I think her name is.
Is she like the head assistant chef? Like the second in command, sort of? Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and then you've got some other new characters in there. One of which Jordan is actually from your neck of the woods, actually, and he's pretty unlikable to begin with. But the more you get to know his character, he's actually all right.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, mate. And it's only 4 episodes, isn't it? So I can probably fly through that.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to Jordan to that new Stephen Graham show that's coming onto Netflix literally tomorrow. It's called Bodies. That detective drama.
Detective one? Yeah.
And I need to catch up on Time as well.
Yeah, Time's great, mate. Well worth watching. It's only 3 episodes. Me and my wife watched that in one night, the whole thing. So
yeah, I'm sure I can. Sorry, Jordan. Another one. I'm sure I'll make time for it.
I'm sure you will, mate. You know what? I've never really had anyone on the streams before who tells jokes. I'm liking it.
Yeah. I was going to say, Jordan, mind you, I won't give up the day job though.
No. But you know, they're getting better. They're getting better, these jokes.
Just warming up.
Yeah. If you want a great British crime drama, mate, I don't know if you've seen Martina Cole's The Take with Tom Hardy in.
Oh, is it just called The Take? Sorry, Jordan.
Well, it is called The Take, but there's 2 The Takes, so don't get confused. But this is the one with Tom Hardy in, and it's absolutely brilliant. Well worth a watch. Another one, me and my wife watched it in one night, the whole thing. So
I need
definitely recommend that.
Talking to Tom Hardy, actually, Jordan, I need to catch up on Peaky Blinders because I got up to season 5 of that, and my God, it's been 2 months since I last watched any of Peaky Blinders. I really need to get back onto that. I might even watch a bit more of that tonight. Yeah.
I was the same as you. I think I stopped at 5. Is that when it starts to go really gets into politics and stuff? I just haven't watched it. I've watched the first 4 seasons, I think.
Yeah. I will say to you, Jordan, the first 4 seasons are definitely the best. Season 5 is a little bit average, but there's enough there to carry that weight. Definitely, Cillian Murphy is Thomas Shelby, you know, who is the forefront of that TV show. Of course he is. And then you've got to say, I do love, obviously, the likes of, what the names? I thought John's a really good character, and then you've got obviously
I love the guy with the moustache.
Polly's a great character as well, and Alfie played by Tom Hardy. It's coming back to me now, and then Albert as well. It's a really, really cool character. Well, it's a really cool. You know, like obviously, it's a really good show. Even though what the Peaky Blinders did in real life. It's pretty violent stuff indeed.
Yeah, yeah. I know. I was absolutely loving it, and I don't know why I stopped. To be honest, I'm not really the biggest fan of when things go political and political
Yeah.
movies. So I think that might be why it stopped. Because I remember the last episode sort of teased it, didn't it? And I
Yeah.
think I stopped watching it. So, um,
I would say to you, Jordan, I mean, I'm sort of, I need to catch up on it myself, but it is one I think is going to be worth preserving with, because obviously Stephen Graham comes into it, but I'm sure there's going to be other great moments to it than just that. But then you've got the movie as well, and I can imagine the movie's going to get a fair bit of hype when it comes out as well. So
when that comes
yeah,
out, I'll probably jump back on the series, to be honest, and then finish
yeah.
it and then go watch the movie, to be honest. I'm not currently watching any TV shows, but I know this might sound a bit childish, but I'm actually looking forward to Goosebumps that's coming on Friday to Disney
Oh,
Plus.
cool.
Yeah, I used to love them as a
Jordan,
kid, so there's a new series coming on.
I was going to say, Jordan, another TV series I'm watching, and you definitely need to watch this, by the way.
Oh yeah, I've got it. I own it upstairs. I need to get into it. Yeah, I watched one or
You
two
need to,
episodes
man.
and stuff, but I need to get back into that.
Was that
Yeah.
because you didn't like it, or because you just never
No.
got back to watching it?
Do you know what I mean? It was just when my newborn was born, and I'd throw it on to something quick to watch, but like I was always like falling asleep and stuff because I was just so tired when he was born, and that was the wrong time to throw it on, really. So I'll have to get back into it at some point, but I'm looking forward to checking them all out. I used to watch them as a kid and really enjoyed them, so I've never actually seen all the episodes though. So
And my God as well, mate, Mask of the Phantasm, some people hail as the greatest Batman movie ever as well, don't they?
I've seen it, to be honest. I enjoyed it. I didn't absolutely love it, but I enjoyed it. It was a
Yeah,
cool movie. I know Andy and Mike love it, don't they?
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that I'm not really currently. I was watching Welcome to Wrexham, and I know they brought season 2 out, but I'm gonna wait till it's finished because that is a series that you just need to binge watch. So I couldn't wait every week for that. So I'm looking forward to checking the second season of that out. What have been your top favourites of the year? My absolute favourites of the year are Scream 6, Guardians 3, Super Mario Brothers, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I absolutely love these films. Well, Fast X for me.
No worries,
What a
mate.
joke.
It's fine. Even if it is Jordan, it's absolutely fine, mate. If
No,
it is one of your favourites.
I think it's in my top 10, but I don't think it's in my top 5.
Yeah, I know. I just yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is, mate. It's different strokes for different folks. We all like different things, and even though the Fast and Furious franchise is not my cup of tea, Jordan, I'm pleased you love it, mate. And other people love that franchise as well, so it's great stuff. But for me, so far, crikey, another TV show I need to get back onto, Jordan. I'll quickly say it's Ash versus Evil Dead. I need to get onto season 3 of that.
I still need to watch that.
Oh, you need to, man. First 2 seasons are brilliant. But so far, what have I got on my letterbox? I'm trying to remember. I've got John Wick 4 #1. Then I think I've got the film Close, that French film. And then I think I've got Past Lives at #3, of course.
Still need to
Absolutely
check
love
that
that.
out.
Oh, you need to, Jordan. I really hope that one. Hopefully, that one does live up to the hype for you, mate. Because I know there's been a couple of A24 films that hasn't quite lived up to the hype for you, but hopefully that one does. But yeah, I didn't want to sound rude when I said that, Jordan. It just happens, done it. Sometimes you do get
No,
those
I think
films
that's
from
true.
A24.
Every all at once for me. I liked it. It wasn't a 5-star movie to me personally, but I know lots of
That's
people
fair,
that have
mate.
it #1.
Yeah,
So that's a true statement, mate. No, that's
yeah,
right what you're saying.
I know. But sorry, mate. So Past Lives at #3, and then I think I would go with Mission Impossible. That's got to be at #4. Yeah,
Got it.
absolutely.
I've got that at
And
2.
then what would I give to? What was I put at number 5? Oh my God, crikey. Apologies, Jordan. I am saying crikey a lot tonight, aren't
All
I?
right, mate. Don't worry about it.
Um. Oh, I'm trying to think. What's the other one I put number 5? Ah, Evil Dead Rise is definitely up there, and Guardians 3 Day would be up there as well. I really enjoyed Barbie, Oppenheimer. That new film Scrapper was really good as well.
That was a
Um,
Scream Unseen, wasn't it?
that I really liked that one. It was like this year's After Sun. I didn't think it was as good as After Sun, but I did enjoy it. Um, and then you know what, Jordan? I really enjoyed, like yourself, I really enjoyed Rye Lane.
Rye Lane, yeah, that was a good one, that
That's a
wasn't it?
good one.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that one as well, to
yeah.
be fair.
I was trying to find your list here, Sam, but I can't quite find it. It's just a bit awkward on the laptop. I'm not used to it. But yeah, Rye Lane was a nice surprise, I thought. Um,
Love the
I've got,
soundtrack to that movie.
yeah, yeah. I've got Infinity Pool at number 1. Have you seen that?
I need to check that out because, like yourself, Jordan, there's other people that absolutely love that film.
Yeah, I thought it was amazing. I've got Mission Impossible at number 2, Scream 6 at number 3, believe it or not. Champions at number 4. Have you seen that one?
I haven't. It's got Woody Harrelson in it, hasn't
Yeah.
it?
Really, really funny movie. And 5th, I've actually got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. I was so surprised by that film.
I need to check that one out as well.
Yeah, it was great, mate. Right, so should we just go for another 10 minutes, Sam? Because
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
not sure I can stay till past 10, but we'll just go for these comments.
Are we going to talk in the studio for a bit afterwards, Jordan?
Yeah, I can stay for about
awesome.
15 minutes if that's okay.
That's fair, mate. Yeah.
What's your favourite last year or the year before? I think the greatest movie come out in those years are Spider-Man No Way Home, Shang-Chi, Wakanda Forever, and Scream 5. Yeah, we sort of mentioned our best of the decade before, didn't we?
But I was going to say, I did really enjoy Shang-Chi, Jordan. Wakanda Forever, I wasn't a big fan of. I appreciated the movie and I thought it was a lovely pardon me, mate, sorry.
Sorry, mate.
I thought Wakanda Forever was a lovely tribute to Chadwick Boseman at the very start, but the story after that, because the tribute to Chadwick Boseman, of course, was the best part of the movie, but then after that, the story itself was just very paper thin for me. It was very middle of the road, in my opinion, and I thought it had a pretty weak villain. I wasn't a big fan of that one, unfortunately, Jordan. I don't want to offend you, mate, because I think you were quite a big fan of that film, weren't you?
Oh, mate, you're not going to offend me, don't worry. Yeah, I quite enjoyed it. I liked the slow sort of paced feel of it, and it felt like a mature Marvel film to me. So I enjoyed it. Yeah, I thought it was quite good.
Yeah, that's cool. And by the way, Jordan, this is another sin to confess, right? Because I know you're a big fan of this franchise. I've only seen the first Scream film, and I haven't seen the others. I really need to get onto the rest of that franchise. I've made an effort, at least with the Elm Street series there, but I need to get onto the other Scream films for sure.
Did you enjoy the first Scream film?
Oh yeah, great, loved it.
Yeah, that's a very consistently strong franchise. They're all good in my opinion. Even the third one, which is considered the worst, I still think it's a fun movie. Yeah, the first is the best though. Don't go and expect that anything to better that. But they're all still fun movies, and I like them films because you can sort of play along and guess who the killer is in every one of them. So, yeah, we went over these films before though, like RRR. Sam named his top 5 and stuff.
I will say
Batman and
Jordan,
stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, I will say as well, Jordan. One of my favourite films from the past 3 years, I would say Spider-Man No Way Home. I fucking love that
Yeah.
movie. It's brilliant.
I'd have to say that as well. You know what though? I went to cinema to watch that, and this big action scene happened with that, with the stuff with Aunt May and stuff. And then I just said to my wife, I need to run the toilet. Went to the toilet, come back, and she went, "You've just missed everyone cheering here." I missed it. I missed Andy Garfield coming in. Andrew Garfield.
Andrew appearing with his cat, because Andrew Garfield. Oh, that's a terrible joke.
Yeah, I totally missed it, mate. I was in the toilet. Can you believe it? No, it was an okay joke, Dan. I think your last two jokes were better, though.
You're welcome.
Godzilla and Kong, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Avatar: The Way of Water, Mortal Kombat, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, to name a few, yeah. Pretty much like all them films.
Yeah. I'm just looking at Mortal Kombat now, and the first thing that springs to mind is Scott doing that impression of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. Yeah, he loves doing that, doesn't he?
Yeah. I haven't seen Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Avatar: The Way of Water. I can't believe it, Jordan. It's been nearly a year since that movie came out, and I've still haven't seen it. I thought I would have seen it by now. And Zack Snyder's Justice League I haven't seen. And Godzilla and Kong, the reason why I haven't seen it is because I need to check out the Gareth Edwards film from 2014, which is obviously Godzilla.
Yeah, I was kind of getting mixed up there with Godzilla and Kong, because I was thinking of Godzilla versus the monsters, Godzilla and Kong versus the monsters, but is it Godzilla versus the monsters? I like that one. I wasn't too big on Godzilla versus Kong, though. But yeah, yeah, you're best watching Godzilla, then Skull Island, then the other two.
Yeah. I've had a fantastic stream though tonight, Jordan. It's been great.
Yeah, it's been good, mate. Yeah, really good. Enjoyed it. It's been great to get on a stream again. It's been such a long time.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll get. Oh, sorry, mate. I was going to say it'd be awesome, Jordan, at some point if we could have, say, maybe us and then Andy and maybe Mike, John on a stream at some point, something like that. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Well, I'll try and get something sorted there then for a couple of weeks' time or something, if they want to come on. I know they do so many streams, don't they?
Oh, mate, this isn't like in the pipeline, of course, at some point. Because it'd be great to finally get on a stream with John, even though I've met John 5 times in person. I've never been on a stream with him.
Well, maybe you get you on his channel at some point, but if not, I'll try and sort something.
We will next month, mate, because
me
and Johnny are hoping to do our music discussion live stream, so that'd be really cool.
Oh yeah, sorry, you did mention that. I'm sorry about that, mate. You did mention
No, it's all right, mate.
Films you watch every October and every Christmas since it's close now.
Good question, Tom. Love that question. Right, so we're just gonna have to think of horror movies for October, aren't we, Jordan?
I usually watch Halloween every October if I can.
So every October, well, a film I know you absolutely love, Jordan, Halloween 3: Season of the Witch. Oh man, I had to chuck that one in there. I
couldn't get behind the main character.
Right.
I thought he was just a real slime ball. Is it Tom Atkins? Is it?
Yeah, it. As I say, mate, I know that film has got a bit of a mixed bag of reception. It's really found a cult status in recent years. I am one of the fans of that film, mate, but I can understand why. I don't think James was particularly a fan of that movie, and I can understand why. It's a bit of a Marmite film, that one, but I absolutely love it. So I was going to say, Jordan, I think it's better to not ask me where I would rank it out of the first 3 Halloween films that I've seen.
I already know where you're going to put it. You're going to put it first, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, I think Mike from Cinema Action, and I think That might be his favourite. I might be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. And Jamie Powell as well, I believe.
It's got its fans, mate. I will watch it again at some point, but I went
Yeah.
into it knowing that Michael Myers wasn't in it, and people say it's an underrated film and stuff, and I was just like, but I think the ending was really morbid. Like that was a great ending for the film, to be honest.
Yeah. It really, and not just Season of the Witch, Jordan. All of the Halloween films need a lovely, fancy 4K or even Blu-ray box
Yeah,
set over there. That needs to happen.
I've been
That
waiting since 2008 for that.
it is such a letdown in it, mate, that we haven't. It hasn't seen the light of day on a 4K or Blu-ray format over here. That is such a letdown to me, considering that is
Yeah,
such a beloved franchise.
yeah, it's true, mate. I've been
But
waiting so long for it. I'm hoping because Arrow have just done Psycho, Hellraiser, and Chucky. I'm hoping they'll come out with another big one next, and hopefully it's gonna be Halloween. I just don't see it though, but you never know.
yeah, definitely. But for me, Jordan, to name a few others, obviously my favorite horror film of all time, The Shining.
Yeah,
That's I'm gonna go and see it at Tyneside on the 31st of October. I cannot wait for
yeah,
that.
great
And
stuff.
yeah, and who knows, the sun might be out that day because I'm seeing The Shining. Oh,
It might be actually because it's sunny now and it's October now, so
yeah. Um, and then The Fog again, because The Fog is my favorite John Carpenter film. It's even though The Thing is technically the better movie, Jordan, The Fog is my personal favorite John Carpenter film. I'm going to see it in 35mm at Tyneside. I cannot wait. And just a couple more, mate. The original Elm Street, Nosferatu, Evil Dead 1 and 2, of course, because Evil Dead's my favourite horror franchise, even though I still need to get on to season 3 of Ash versus Evil Dead. And probably, yeah, and probably Carrie, stuff like that. Fright Night as well, just to name a few there. Definitely The Omen as well, because I
yeah,
absolutely love the Omen, the original.
the almond's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I think with what about Christmas, Sam? We'll answer at the end of this one. You got any? I know you got Scrooge
Did
there.
you Did you say, sorry, Jordan, your picks for October? Sorry.
Yeah, the only one I can go with is I watch all kinds of horror films, but I try and watch Halloween every October. That's the only one that's really a massive staple for me. So, um, last year I done all the Halloweens in October because I binged the franchise, but I always try and watch the
Cool.
first one. But now, after watching the second one again, I think I'd do a double bill because that second one goes so well with the first. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's awesome, man. And if you've got time for a triple bill, then definitely hit Season of the Witch as well. Yeah.
By the way, Sam,
Um,
I do recommend Halloween 4. You know, it's really good.
I, you know what, mate? I do want to get onto the rest of the franchise because I've only seen the first 3 films. But again, like the Scream films and like Elm Street, I feel like I'm missing out on the rest of the films. So yeah, I will definitely get onto the others for Halloween. And for Christmas, Scrooge from 1951, It's a Wonderful Life, Home Alone 2, which is one of my favourite Christmas films. My favourite Christmas film ever, Jordan, and I think you know which one I'm going to say.
It's the one. Do I? Sorry,
And it's
Sam.
one, and it's
How
one
embarrassing for
word.
me.
No, it's okay. It's one word as well, and it's from Joe Dante.
Oh yeah, obviously Gremlins. Yeah, obviously, of course.
Yeah, which again is it's
I know you
become a.
love that film. Sorry, man. My mind just went blank
Oh,
there.
no, it's okay. It's again another Christmas Eve staple for me. That one, and Polar Express. I watch every Christmas as well, and
I remember Keith saying how much he loved that film.
uh, Yeah, do you like it?
No, you know, Keith from Euphoria Pictures.
Oh, yeah.
I remember him saying he watched it for the first time and was that amazed by it, and he watched it with his wife, and then he watched it the next day with
Yeah,
his mum or something.
that's awesome,
Yeah.
man. But yeah, and another one, Jordan, probably. I would probably go with Jingle All the Way. I tend to watch that every Christmas as well. I absolutely love that film.
Yeah, it's a great one, that, isn't it? Arnold Schwarzenegger's just golden, isn't he?
Yeah.
And
Put
what
that
I
cookie
watched every
down now. When he said, "Put that cookie down
yeah,
now."
great, isn't it? I like the end of that film as well because he goes, "I don't need a Turbo Man. My dad's Turbo Man."
Yeah. Oh my God, mate. And that final act is so much fun,
Yeah,
isn't it?
great, isn't it? Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
A good film, a really fun film.
I never
I
checked out the sequel, by the way, Jordan. Jingle All the Way 2.
Is there a Jingle All the Way too?
Yeah, but I don't think it's Arnie, though. I don't think. So it's
Oh, I
probably
don't know.
not going to be as good. It's probably not going to be as good if it hasn't got Arnie in it.
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. It must have been a straight to VOD film or something.
Yeah.
Uh, every year I watch The Muppet Christmas Carol. It's the first film I ever went to
Yeah.
see at the cinema. That was the first. My dad took me when I was about 4. That was the first film I ever went to see at the cinema.
Oh, that's awesome.
I watch it every year with my wife. We
I
just love
love,
it. It's great.
I love that film, Jordan, and that is another one that really needs a Blu-ray release over here. I'm surprised.
Yeah. Uh, I know, yeah. I think we've got a Muppet collection. I think it might be in that with like 5 films on the one
Oh,
disc.
is it? Yeah, I think Andy's got that one. I think actually.
Yeah, yeah. But I'd like it on its own, to be honest, in like a 4K box or something like that.
Yeah.
Look, there's a lot of people in the comments here, and I'm really, really sorry, everyone, that we can't get to them. But I can't really stay too late tonight because I've got 2 youngsters in the house, and the other one usually wakes up about 11 for his bottle, and the other one be crying and stuff. So I'm really sorry. I know Paul Tamsy was next, and Yam Yam's Moving Talking Movies has put a lot of comments in there. So I'm really, really sorry, everyone. I can't get to them, but hopefully I will do another live stream soon. But Sam, it's been fantastic to have you on this, mate. I hope you've enjoyed it.
Thank you. I've absolutely loved it, and I've been wanting to talk to you on camera for such a long time, and it was the same with James as well, because I have been wanting to be on a stream with James for a long time. It was great to finally chat to James last Monday as well. So yeah, 2 amazing Monday live streams on the bounce. So thank you so much, Jordan.
I know what it is, mate. I was glad to have you on, and I'm glad you're enjoying being on them, and I'm really looking forward to checking your new channel out next year. So
Yeah, it'll be called maybe Sammy G's Movies. Who knows?
yeah, why not? Okay, everyone. So thank you so much for joining this live stream. I'm really, really sorry once again that we couldn't get to the comments, but it is what it is. I mean, I wish I could have gone for longer here, but I just can't.
Go on, Jordan. Let's get to 3 hours. Go on.
I really wish I could, Sam. Honestly, I'm
only joking, mate.
I really wish I could, mate. I'd hopefully like to do one in the future and start maybe like 6 o'clock when the kids are out, get babysat or something. Yeah. Do a big 4 or 5 hour stream or something with a few people. That'd be great, but I just can't do it tonight. Sorry, everyone. But thank you so much, everyone, for getting your comments in. I know Jamie Powell's in there and everything, so I'm really sorry we couldn't answer them. I got a lot more comments than I expected there.
Sorry, Jordan. Just because I can't see the comments, obviously. Who else is like in there? Sorry, is it Jamie Powell, Paul Tams, and because I'll just give them like just a quick hello as all.
Yeah, Yam Yam's Moving Talking. Yam Yam's Moving Talkies. Jamie Powell. Did you see that Mike is in there?
Oh, hello, Mike. I'm seeing him tomorrow. We're going to see Dead Man's Shoes.
Yeah. Paul Tams is in there. H-Man the Boss 05. Jim O'Connor.
I know. Yeah, I've heard of Jim. Yeah.
And Tom 180 at the end saying, fantastic. Yeah, I'll just put that one on the screen. Fantastic chat tonight, guys. Been here listening from the start. Thanks. Cheers, Tom. Thanks so much, mate.
Thank you, mate.
Hey, everyone. we'll leave it there. So thank you so much, Sam, for coming on the stream, mate. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, I've loved it, mate. Thank you so much for inviting me on.
No worries, mate. So we're just going to end it there, everyone. Thank you so much. Good night. Have the great rest of the week, and thank you for joining.
See
Bye.
you. Bye. Bye.
Bye.